So, I had an idea for a unboxing video. At the moment, I'm still using the lightning cables for the phone of my iPhone XS Max and my very old iPad, and it's given me an idea. Are these Poundland cables any good? Let's find out. I'll give you a hint. Yes, they are. So I've purchased 3 of them, so I have plenty of spares. Let's see what quality they are. Rather good. In clam shape. Horrible. Ew. Packaging. And let's see what we're going to read on this. Smart choice. Indeed you are, if you are watching this. And if anybody wants to translate that, I have got no idea. My eyesight's pretty good, and I will not be able to read that whatsoever. Cable length 1.4 meter. Warning, do not use this device whilst charging. Oh, sorry, do not use the device whilst charging. Risk of electric shock. I don't think I can read anymore, to be honest. Yeah, as you can tell, somebody enjoys typing out on very small font. Let's see what symbols we've got. We've got ROHS checked, CE, UKCA. That looks like an icon from a Star Trek faction. Do not put in the bin. I don't think the paper won't be able to be recycled. Oh yes, that some of it will be recycled. And then we've got, I can't even make this out. Now, the question is, why have I purchased these cheap and cheerful cables? First off, the official Apple ones, I think they're about £18 or £20. I must really double check this before start filming. However, I'm a bit idle. I don't really want to do that. So, USB type B into the charging port. Boom. 1 second. Let's plug this in. The moment of truth. It's now been plugged in. And let's plug it into my iPhone. Well, it charges up. But what I'm going to also do on this is see if they're any good for data transfer as well. Now, obviously, with it being lightning port, and this charging port's actually got a problem with it where the middle section is kind of worn. Don't ask. But there is another reason why this type of phone charging cable is different to the one I purchased a couple of weeks ago, and why I prefer this one. I'll give you an example. It's to do with phone cases, or in my case, iPad cases. This is a life-proof case. This is rather large and it's quite thick. It's basically for waterproof situations. So, will it go in? No, it will not. Oh, I've bought the wrong cable again. 1 second. Let me put the other phone case on. 1 second. Jump cut times 50 million years. So, with this thickness of phone case, this will charge up the iPhone quite easily. This is not a bad quality charging cable, although for the iPad, another workaround is needed. Oh, the stress. This is why I'm going to be moving on to USB Type-C. This is the USB Type-C. Now, this is a little bit better quality cable. Obviously, you can tell that this hasn't been used much. And most importantly, it's in a nice, weird black and silver-ish colour. And unfortunately, I've got nothing to charge it up with. And I'm not going to detangle it, but everybody knows how to use a USB Type-C connection. Charging cable. So, if you're going to buy a cable, make sure it fits into the unit that you're going to use, and make sure that if you've got a phone case, it can actually be inserted correctly. Jump cut again. And for the people who isn't aware, this is a lightning connection. Like I said, I'm moving away from the lightning connections, but this type of case, there is an obstruction to use the larger phoning charging ports. That's it. Right, why have I got 3 of them? Because I can't be bothered to keep on going into the town and paying money for the same thing over and over and over. I've just gone and got it in one go. Let's have a look at the data entry. Data transfer. Oh, muddled. As what they say in TV, this is one I made earlier on. So, if you're charging something up and you want a cheap and cheerful cable, Poundland's probably your best bet. Now, for the lightning cable, which you've probably seen previously, it's connected to my Mac, no problem whatsoever. So, kudos to that. As for the actual overall design, like I said, the cases that I have are quite thick. So really, this section here needs to be removed so it can actually be charged up correctly. But at the moment, the only devices that I've got for USB type C charging ports is my headphones. And I think I've got another device somewhere which I can't remember where it's at. So if you're after a cheap and cheerful cable, these are about £1.50 to £2.50 or something like that out of Poundland. But they do the job. That's what's most important. And I've got quite a few. For some reason, I've been collecting them. Is that USB? Oh, yes, that is lightning. Just let me try that one, because I think this one might actually fit into my iPad. 1 second. No, it won't. Unfortunately, it won't go in. So you've got to take the case off, or you've got to use a cable that's similar to the original one. So you can see why Apple had to change everything over from this to this. But the case here, and the lesson to be learned, is that if you are using a iPhone or a, well, Android phone, I should say, and you are buying a new cable, actually make sure that it will fit into the device that you want to charge up, rather than having to dismantle it every time you want to charge it. Thankfully for me, I've still got a few of the lightning cables sloshing around, but as long as they actually will charge up my iPhone with the case on, that's all I'm bothered about. These things are going to be used more and more, as obviously USB type C is going to be more popular and the lightning cable is no longer. Goodbye, lightning cable. So thank you very much for this very short video of me not unboxing all the cables that I've purchased over the last couple of days, weeks, but babbling on about me, the fact that I bought probably the wrong ones. Okay, let's leave it at that.